Welcome to the January 1.1K sealed event that was held in Tampa, Florida at Anthem Games. I am Robert, and I have with me Trey Dickens, who won the tournament with me. He's my co-commentator.
Hello, spoilers.
So this is picking up in round 3 with Mark Brown versus Trey Cube. He's known as Kibbs on Octagon and the World's Notes.com chat. So if you're not online playing spoils for free, then come join us. It's a lot of fun. We get some good games in. This tournament was actually the largest tournament that Spoils has had since Arcane 10-Man took over. We had 48 people, so we had 6 rounds of Swiss, followed up by top 8. So it was a long day, but it was a ton of fun. What do you think, Trey? How tired were you at the end of your matches since you made it all the way through top 8?
Yeah, well, we had like a 2-hour drive to get there, and then we had all the matches, and then all more matches, and another 2-hour drive. So we didn't get home till like 3. I was pretty tired.
Yeah, spoils will do that, especially that much spoiling. But it's good. It's very exciting that we had. Like, I'm looking forward to the next, like because it was such a big success. I think Ken was talking about potentially doing a next one at some point, so I'm definitely looking forward to a next one. If
Hopefully
and when
we break the record next time we do it.
That would be amazing. So if anybody is in Florida and didn't make it to this one, I mean, come on out to Tampa next time we have it.
Or if you're in Sweden and you want to come over, we'll accept you as well.
Yeah, we'll accept you. Be on the Florida Spoils Facebook group. Everything's always announced there. Check out the Spoils website. We usually announce it there. So getting into this match now that they're starting to mulligan and stuff here, we have Mark Brown, who is Deception and Obsession starting, and I see Rage in his hand, so he is a 3 trade.
Yep, and Deception and Obsession are both 1 threshold for him. They're doing the mulligans. Mark mulliganed 1, and Trey is mulliganing 2. And he's starting with 2 Deception.
And in Trey's hand, he also has a Greed and an Elitism. So those are his 3 trades that he's running.
Yep, and Trey is playing first. He has the turn 1 Pirate here.
Right. Yeah, and so Trey also has a Snooty Dorman in his hand that you can see, and he'll play it later. I think for a turn 1 play, I like Snooty Dorman a little bit better, just because I don't like to lose that 1 resource that I had right there that was left over after the Pirate.
Helps you curve out easier as well.
Yeah.
For later turns. And Mark plays a turn 1 Duelist. Who's now just a vanilla 1/1. So Trey attacks for free, not fearing the death of his guy. But that guy can get out of control pretty easily. You see here he plays a Rage and develops a token, now making it a 2/2.
Yeah, so as we see, it is starting. The building is starting. So he is a kind of scary guy like in the beginning, but he's definitely a guy that I don't really fear too often because he's probably not going to get too big, and then usually he does get too big, and then it's like crap. Now what am I going to do about him? And
then he develops a Backbreaker. I just have another character out because Trey missed his turn 2 play. He just had 4 open. He paid 3 to draw a card. And now he's starting his develop rule here. He now has 5 resources.
Yeah, since he had the 4 open, I'm surprised he didn't play the Snooty Dorman that last turn.
I guess he just wanted more cards in his hand. I'm not sure. He might be saving it for something. Maybe he has a threat in the deck that he's worried about. I'm not sure. Yeah,
I'm not sure what he was, but yeah, I mean, because cards in hand, especially characters, typically aren't doing you any good there. I don't think it's better to play them. See, he's thinking here as well. So I mean, unless he just drew into Snooty, but I could have sworn I saw it because I see it in his hand right there now.
No, yeah, I think we saw it in his hand on the opening turn.
Yeah, like in the opening hand, I'm pretty sure. So yes, he started. I would have played.
So he just passes again.
Yeah. Just because this board's getting out of control. You want some extra characters to.
Yeah, for sure.
To deal with things, because even if you play Snooty Dorman and you trade that with the Berserker, I mean, it's still a 1/1, which is still pretty good. Yeah. So Mark developed another Rage and made that guy 3/3, so he can now attack freely. He doesn't have to worry about dying to the Pirate.
And then he has his 3/2 versus the 2/1, which would die because the Pirate is 4 speed.
Right. Yeah. So the 3/2 can't attack in, but the Rabid Sarume comes in and takes care of that guy. And
and
now,
that's also a very big body for
yep,
Mark to
yeah,
have.
Mark also has a 4-2 now, which is
It's
another
huge tempo
problem.
swing.
Now see, and so if Kibbs had played that
The
that
Dorman.
Snooty Dorman, he would have stopped the Rabid Sarume from coming into play, which would have eliminated a 4-2 and kept his 2-1-4 alive, which would have
Or at the
easily
very
been
least would have
trade.
traded for the backbreaker, and then he would have played the.
Yeah, at the very least. Yep.
Yeah, now he's on turn 3 now, determining whether or not he does for his develop roll here.
Yeah, and he's
Gonna play
now
another resource.
he's now facing down 10 points of damage on the board for Mark. So he definitely needs to develop some board presence now.
Yep. So let's see if he plays the Dormant here.
I feel like he has to play the Dormant. Like it doesn't matter what like I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what he was waiting for it. But I feel like he definitely has to play the Dormant no matter what.
All right, he's playing a Banana Peel from the hand on his turn to reduce the cost by 1, basically, and then so he can play the Dormant with it. Gets 2 things out.
Yeah, like I said, playing an item risky versus Warlord, because Warlord does have a lot of item restriction, but in this instance, he has to play it because he can't afford to play it on Mark's turn and want to play Snooty Dorman.
And if he has a blow up here, it's likely the game.
Yeah, if he had a blow up, that would definitely be. It wouldn't quite be game yet, but it would just destroy Trey's position that he had. So Mark chooses to draw for his develop instead of. I guess he's comfortable with his 5 resources. I mean, he does have forward position right now,
and he's also about to get one from the Banana Peel, most likely.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
All right, so he's attacking with the backbreaker.
For 3, yeah.
He's gonna let the damage go in through because it is the weakest character he has out right now.
He is the weakest one. So Trey's probably looking to trade the Dorman with the Rabid Sarume.
Yep. So he's gonna flip down the Duelist.
Yep.
Drawing a card up Banana Peel. Mark goes to 6.
I always forget the card draw from Banana Peel. I do like to draw cards.
He's gonna gouge the Dorman to prevent the block, inflicting 4 damage to Trey's faction.
Now after the 10, he's at 10, facing 7 on the board is a really bad spot. And
he's using his remaining 3 to play Discordant Cadencer.
So Mark right now has 3 rage, so he can use Cadencer's ability 1 time to make that a 4-2 as well, just by losing 2 influence.
And when you lose 2 influence, when you're up by 10, it's not really that big of a deal.
Right, so it's definitely worth it. So Trey plays it. Dandy Day Trader. It's a big body. I mean, it's not going to kill anything, but it will protect Trey from losing influence.
It will absorb up to 3 damage, or 4 damage.
Up to 4 damage, right?
Yep.
And at this point, Trey definitely needs stuff to absorb some hits. So Mark drew for his turn again, and then he paid 3 to draw, looking for answers to get the win this turn.
All right. He attacks with his weakest guy again, the 3-2.
Yeah, you pretty much always just want to attack in with your weakest guy first, because if they block it, great, your stronger guys get in. If they don't, then you can always choose to not attack, and you just got free damage.
Yep.
So yeah.
He's going to go ahead, block that guy.
Yeah, so
he's going to pump up his Cadencer.
Yep. So that 2-2 becomes a 4-2, and Trey drops to 3.
That's damage that you don't really account for that often because you don't think about that ability actually coming into play.
Right, and so that Trey going to 3 now with him using that ability makes any of his guys lethal. So that means Trey actually needs 2 characters or 2 removals. He needs to get rid of some of these guys off the field.
Yeah, you need to start drawing cards here. Just look for removal.
Right. Because Trey cannot take any hits from any of these guys. Trey's in a really bad spot now.
Is he at 8 resources now?
He is at 8 resources now, yes. Yeah, so for this turn, I don't know if I would have played that other since he has to have 2. Like, I can't see everything in his hand, but since he has to have 2 answers, if he doesn't have them in his hand, I probably would have drawn a card instead of playing a resource. Because that 1 resource isn't going to let me, it's not getting me to the next card draw level. Like, if it's 8 to 9, maybe, but 7 to 8 doesn't change much.
All right. He's going to pay 2 for Runic Cannon. Seems a little too late at the moment here.
Yeah, it gets him 1. Well, he can get 2 tokens, so it gets him 1 use of the Runic Cannon, which will kill 1 guy, and use all of his resources. But that only kills 1 guy, and again, he needs to kill 2 guys.
Yep, he's going to kill for the 4-2, but it doesn't matter because he now only has 1 blocker and no resources open. against his 2 attackers.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, one is a 3-2 and one is a 2-2.
Right.
So he
that might
attacks
be
in
what
with
he's
a
thinking.
3, and Trey has to block that so he doesn't die. And
then
this one,
Fortune will
when I think he realizes that he forgot about the Discordant Cadence's ability.
Yep.
Because when you're just looking at it, it's like, oh, it's only a 2-2. It's like, okay, so maybe Trey was thinking that he would just live and go to 1, and he forgot about the ability that Mark can just easily pay, just to bump it to a 4. Mark's showing that he just had a bunch more answers and stuff in his hand here.
Martial artist.
That looks like a Scrag and a Tripwire and a martial artist wannabe there.
Trey had a catastrophic betrayal, which does not help him at all.
Yeah, it does not help at all. Yeah, so I think I would have drawn that turn instead of playing the Runic Cannon. But, I mean, I guess if you drew, then you run the risk of not being able to do anything.
When you already have nothing to do.
Right, yeah, that's true. So. All right, well, thanks for watching. This was round 3. We will have more rounds to come.
Yep, see you guys later.